May 2nd, 2011. Under the cover of night, 4 teal-colored helicopters cut silently through the sky, flying low toward Abbottabad, Pakistan. Inside them sit 24 U.S. Navy SEALs, hardened, focused, and aware that history is about to change. Osama bin Laden, the architect of the September 11th attacks. The mission is so secret that only the highest levels of the U.S. government know it exists. After more than a decade of searching, the hunt has finally led here. The operation is simple in theory, brutal in reality. Land undetected, enter the compound, capture or eliminate the target. But bin Laden has survived by assuming everyone is coming for him. His compound is designed like a fortress. 12-foot concrete walls, reinforced with barbed wire, seal it off from the outside world. The main structure is a 3-story building, every window blacked out. Balconies are shielded by privacy walls and shades, making aerial surveillance useless. Drones can't see inside. The SEALs are flying in blind. After 90 minutes skimming the foothills of the Hindu Kush Mountains, the compound comes into view. Now comes the most dangerous phase, landing without being detected. The stakes couldn't be higher. The Pakistani government has been deliberately kept in the dark, fearing any leak could tip bin Laden off. If spotted, the SEALs will be treated as hostile invaders. Making matters worse, less than a mile away stands a Pakistani military academy, heavily armed and ready to respond. This mission has been crafted by some of the world's greatest tactical minds. The plan is precise. 1 helicopter will hover over the roof, allowing SEALs to fast rope down and breach from above, catching everyone inside by surprise. The second helicopter will deploy another team at the front, attacking from multiple angles to prevent escape. 3 additional helicopters wait on standby in case something goes wrong. As the helicopters close in, President Barack Obama watches in real time from the White House. 8 months of planning have gone into this moment, yet one critical detail has been overlooked. As the first helicopter descends into the compound, attempting to hover above the roof, the pilot suddenly loses control. The aircraft drops violently, nosediving into the central courtyard. The tail rotor slams into the wall and splits in 2. Instantly, the second helicopter aborts its hover and lands safely in an open field outside the compound. Miraculously, no one is injured. The crash may have alerted everyone inside. There's no way to know. The SEALs move immediately, assembling at their entry points. The mission continues. The real test has begun. On the ground, the compound reveals just how self-sufficient bin Laden has been. A greenhouse grows vegetables to reduce outside contact. Nearby animals provide food. Trash is burned on site, avoiding local collectors. For over 5 years, the CIA had never observed bin Laden entering or leaving this place. After last being seen in 2001, it took 9 years to find him again. One team breaches the guest house. Inside, they encounter a man armed with an AK-47. Moments later, the building is cleared. 3 men are dead. One of them, Abu Ahmed al-Kuwaiti, bin Laden's trusted courier and confidant. During interrogations, captured operatives repeatedly mentioned his alias. Tracking him led the CIA here, and ultimately to bin Laden himself. But why Pakistan? Staying in Afghanistan was too dangerous with heavy American presence. Pakistan's proximity made it easier to slip across the border unnoticed, while remaining close enough for couriers to deliver messages and updates. With the guest house secured, Phase 2 begins, breaching the main building. At the southern entrance, a team carefully unlocks the door and enters the first floor, the family's living space. A modest sitting room appears first, lined with floor-level couches decorated in abstract floral patterns. The place is grimy and worn, a stark contrast to the affluent neighborhood outside. Across from the kitchen is a makeshift classroom where children are homeschooled in Arabic. Suddenly, movement in the shadows. A man crosses the corridor. The SEALs fire. Inside the room, another man lunges for a rifle, but it's too late. The threat is eliminated. The team fans out, clearing each room. No one else remains on the first floor, but a solid metal door blocks access to the second level. Standard charges won't work. Larger explosives would draw attention. Instead, precision breaching charges are used, small, controlled blasts designed to disable the lock quietly. Still, entry remains difficult. The team exits and radios the all clear for level 1. 6 minutes to the target. The second SEAL team, having landed outside the compound, forces open a gated staircase leading to the second floor. As they climb, footsteps echo above. A figure in a white t-shirt leans over the railing, curious. He is shot. It's Khalid bin Laden, Osama's son. The second floor reveals the heart of the operation. Despite having no internet or phones, this is where the residents stayed informed. 3 rooms serve as a command and control center, filled with computers, hard drives, and storage devices, packed with secrets. Bin Laden avoided electronic communication. No emails, no calls. Instead, he relied on handwritten letters and USB flash drives, carried by couriers who traveled far from the compound to send messages. It was nearly impossible to track, but it had one flaw. The data had to be stored somewhere, and the SEALs just found it. They can't stop now. 2 minutes to the target. 10 years earlier, bin Laden had been trapped in the Tora Bora caves, surrounded by US and Afghan forces. Believing death was imminent, he reportedly recorded a farewell message, and yet, he escaped. This time, there will be no second chance. The SEALs form a tight stack and move upward. The third floor is pitch black. Even with night vision, visibility is limited. They pause. Listen. A brief movement, a glimmer, a shot rings out. 5 seconds to the target. They rush the room. 2 women, bin Laden's wives, stand frozen in shock. Children cry in the corner. On the floor lies a tall man with a gray beard. They've found him. Target eliminated. But the mission isn't over. Intelligence from the second floor could cripple the organization. Suddenly, a message crackles over the radio. Pakistani jets are taking off from the nearby base. They know something is happening. Time is running out. Bin Laden's body is placed into a bag for DNA verification. Few confirmed images of him exist, the most famous taken in 1997, 14 years earlier. Meanwhile, teams grab everything they can. Hard drives, laptops, phones. Nothing is left behind. Before extraction, the crashed helicopter is destroyed, ensuring its advanced technology doesn't fall into enemy hands. A backup helicopter approaches. The SEALs extract. Not a single operator is wounded. It is one of the most precise military operations ever conducted.
The United States has conducted an operation that killed Osama bin Laden.
As President Obama announces bin Laden's death, his burial is already underway. To prevent a shrine from forming, he is denied a grave. His body is wrapped in a white shroud, placed into a weighted bag, and lowered into the sea. The intelligence recovered is staggering: 97,000 documents, along with unexpected files like Super Mario Bros. And Counter-Strike. It takes years to analyze. The data exposes inner workings, networks, and future plans. At 3 a.m., Pakistan's army chief is informed. Their forces arrive only after the SEALs are gone. In the weeks that follow, the compound becomes a magnet, visited by intelligence agencies, journalists, locals, and explorers. 9 months later, it is demolished to prevent tourism. Today, all that remains is a concrete foundation.